how on earth are they not in the England team last week, did you? I suspect they were knackered from having travelled all that way.
Well, didn't show up for Gale, did it? He was man of the match and actually played last week.
Yeah, fuck off. Ha! Carry on.
It's more a mental thing at Saints.
Yeah,
it was summed up by Wilkin after the game, to be honest. And it's not going to help their feelings of dejection when they were flying high, being the only two good, well, the two most good players that they've had so far. Yeah. Deserves a note there as well, and Regan Grace. But and then you don't get picked for England, and that's going to knock your confidence, and you come back to this shitstorm.
Yeah, true.
The Cass Plumber says, I'd have to admit I felt a little bit sad for Saints, how the mighty have fallen. It was such a shame to see how easy we strolled over and how we kept the ball alive. I think the fight had left Saints before they even got to the jungle. I'd guessed the BBC were gutted. It was summed up by Wilkins' post-match vent/rant. So sad. Anyway, fuck them. We were great, they were shit. Barman, bring me another pint.
There you go. Rob, Fatboy Rob. Rob, Fatboy. Fatboy Rob says, try.
It's not that fat either. I don't know where the nickname came from.
Well, it's just probably a nickname, isn't it? Like, you're not really ginger. We sort of call you the Ginger Prince from time to time.
Ooh.
I do.
Okay.
I call you the Ginger Prince.
I do have plenty of...
What was it you made?
Copper chops.
What? Those copper chops. The red setter.
Yeah, that.
That was one of my favourites. I'm raising a ginner, so I'm trying to be a bit more PC about it. Fat Boy Rob, who is not fat, said, try, drop goal, try. When you can't defend a set of 6 5 times on the bounce, you're not going to win a game of rugby league. Up until then, it was a decent contest, and if Saints had been awarded the clear try to make it 10-all, who knows what would have happened. I know Cass would have won 53 points to 16. Cass were awesome and would have won Eurovision if they'd entered. That's how good they are. Can't wait for next week.
He makes a good point there. Actually... Cass was very close to being 16-0 up on a 50, and I think a coin flip referee decision, because I think the ball was already coming out before the second man got in on the tackle when Millington stripped.
Millington stripped, yeah.
So I think that was it could have gone either way. But then the Zeb Tyre one certainly could have gone either way, and at that stage it would have been 10-all, and we're a coin flip away from it being 10-all.
So what did you make of the Millington strip then? Are you saying it should have been awarded?
I think...
Because he went up no try, didn't it?
I think the player never really controlled the ball, even though they like to think he did. And I also think the ball was starting to come out when Millington was on him before Seni Lefeo touched him. But, I think it was Seni Lefeo, whoever the second man was touched him. But the hand was probably on him when the process was completed.
Right.
So I think if it had gone up try, it probably would have been given still, because they would have said the ball was coming loose already. But because it wasn't, they said, well, the ball wasn't out.
Yeah.
Just see what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
But anyway,
sorry, let's get. Yeah, we've not got through the feedback yet.
Aidan Stalker said, missed most of the game due to travelling. I should have kept going. Yeah. This St Helens side is obviously a bit shit, but we're not this awful, and that says a lot about the character of some of these players. I wish Castleford nothing but the best, and hopefully they win a trophy this year to reward this wonderful side. But fuck rugby league, fuck life, and fuck everything. This hurts.
Yeah, there you go. Tyler Cass fans said, yet another demonstration of what Cass are all about this season. Slow start followed by a 15-minute burst to take the game away. Then spend the rest of the game having fun. Groundhog Day at the jungle.
Yeah, it's also boring. God, that last 15 minutes where they just threw every fucking stupid off.
I know. Fair play though. They've earned the right to do that at that point, haven't they?
Scoots28 Max said, was it classy Cass or was it Saints defence so terrible? Hope that we see a repeat of that on Saturday. Some nice tries but no real challenge.
Ethan O'Gorman said, well, I went into this game thinking it was going to be close. How wrong was I? Castleford opened the scoring in the first 2 minutes, and from then on they were in fifth gear, making their way through the Saints defence at every attempt. What a performance by Classy Cass. On to the next round where we take on Hull FC. Spoiler alert.
Ollie Smith says, brilliant from the lads again this week. Awesome effort to still have scored 40 plus in every home game this year. However, I did think that it was the worst Saints performance I've ever seen. No game plan or defensive effort to even try to stop Cass, a shadow of the Saints side I grew up loving watching.
There you go. St David gets in touch and says, same as last week, good job, Newcastle has decent beer.
Dr. Bob Phillips said, bloody hell, Cass. I know you wanted to embarrass the Rhinos way back in round 3, but you didn't need to do that to the Saints. They're already ashamed enough of LMS's hairdo. Ben Roberts' kick on try, though, perfect example of what the team keeps doing. Yeah, Minikin's try. That was a very good play.
And Mark W said, it's what we all expected, but it was still fun to watch. Really pleased that Cass could bring this insanely entertaining rugby to the BBC, but Holbrook has one hell of a job on.
picking the players up will be his first.
Well, yeah.
His first job, and I don't want to be like focus on St Helens, but to be honest, it is Groundhog Day. We've seen this so much from Cass.
It's so much Groundhog Day that I can almost hear Sonny and Cher playing. That's how much Groundhog Day it is. They just keep doing it, don't they? Every week. Sonny and Cher was the song that's playing it in
when he wakes up every morning. Yeah.
It's cold outside. It's always cold outside.
Yeah.
Okay. You're just looking at me blankly.
I wondered where you were going after that.
Plus, you didn't know that Gloria Estefan sang The Rhythm Is Going to Get You, so now I don't trust anything I say musically around you. I feel like I have to qualify it. Can't believe you haven't heard of the Miami Sound Machine. Anyway, yeah.
When did I say I've not heard of the Miami Sound Machine?
It was before your time.
Yes, they are. Yes, in terms of in-depth knowledge about 80s pop hits, it was before my time, Tom. Right,
well, we've got some homework to do. Playing us out this week, Mark. Come on, everybody, shake it, do that Congo. Do you not? Come on.
I know the song, yes, I'm well aware of the song.
Dun, 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 dun,
I just
dun,
wouldn't
dun,
be able to say with any certainty who sang it before you put it in my head.
You've let me down, you've let Gloria down, you've let the Miami Sound Machine down.
I've let no one down. Anyway, people that let people down is the St Helens side, and there is an attitude problem.
You would say so.
There, you saw some of these players either not getting involved or just doing stupid things, like they haven't got their head screwed on right. Mark Percival made a break at, I think, 10-0. And just threw a wild offload inside, just hoping that someone would be there. Like, he still had tackles left. He didn't have to do it. There was plenty of cast cover. And I just, at that point, I thought, they're not really playing the game that they can play. It's kind of gone almost too far past, like, the boring crap that they had under Cunningham to, like, this off-the-cuff style that Long's maybe trying to re-emphasise. But when the players have got no confidence and aren't in the right positions and stuff, that sort of play isn't going to work, and you need to be a bit more deliberate in what you're doing. I also think Jamal Olisi's audition to ever get a head coaching job is, well, not gone well at all.
It hasn't gone well at all. And I was going to talk about that, indicative of what's going on there and the troubles that they're having. Look at the body language across the board at half time when you saw the footage in the Saints changing room. Jamal Olisi's there with his hands in his pockets, basically giving up on him and kind of doesn't really know what to say. Everyone's heads are down. All he does
is slag them off if they lose anyway.
Exactly. Everyone's heads are down. And Sean Long, as much as I appreciate what he's achieved in the game, I'm still yet to fathom out exactly what he offers as a coach, because honestly, he looks like he doesn't know where he is. Like, it just looks like he's figuring out what he's had for his dinner. He's like the opposite of Ryan Sheridan, who looks like he knows exactly where he fucking is and he's ready to kill some fuckers.
Ryan Sheridan,
Crazy Eyes Sheridan,
he's gone a bit like Jared Leto, sort of late age emo, hasn't he?
Yes.
With his like dyed black hair under his like beanie hat.
Exactly.
I expect him to turn up to work on a skateboard. Singing 30 Seconds from Mars songs.
Oh, very, very good. Now we're talking music. Okay. But yeah, I mean, look, I think it's a combination of two things, this result. First of all, Castle play a fabulous brand of rugby league.
So entertaining.
Brilliant.
That spell that Rob highlighted.
Before half time, blew them away.
Yeah.
They weren't made to work for it this week, which I think exacerbated the scoreline slightly, because St Helens' attitude was not where you would want it to be going into a cup game. Now that needs to get fixed up pretty sharpish, and the sooner they get their new head coach in and he starts making changes, because I don't think it'll be immediate. I don't think it'll come, it won't be like flicking a switch, because there's clearly some systemic changes that need to be made within that St Helens organisation to get them back to where the fans expect them to be. So
I think you're
going to see at least a 3 or 4 week turnaround before any real results start getting yielded under Holbrook as well, I think. So this needs to happen quickly for them, because these results will keep happening and these kind of scorelines will keep coming up. It won't just be Castleford that are doing it to them, it'll be a lot of other teams as well, as we've seen already this year.
They need to lean on the sort of skills and running game of people like Farge and Percival, people like that, but then rein it in other aspects and sort of trust Matty Smith to do the things he can do well and not slag him off for not being able to do the things he doesn't do so great, because when you sort of allow that to happen, he wins grand finals.
Yeah. But then I think that there's issues in the pack for me as well, I think there's dead weight in the pack.
Well, one of the issues is Alex Walmsley, as great as he is carrying the ball, is a massive problem defensively.
He's a letdown.
He misses too many tackles, and that's why he doesn't play long enough minutes to make the impact he can with the ball. To be completely honest, Kyle Amor did actually, I think, do okay in the first half, but as soon as Saints got behind, the attitude and effort wasn't necessarily there. Greg Richards probably isn't quite good enough. He's still young; he can still improve. Certainly.
But fringe, look, Dominic Pereira, Zed Tyre, for me, has yet to really. He's just so error prone, and
he does some great stuff.
He fits that off the cuff style that they're trying to implement, but he doesn't back it up by being disciplined enough in terms of his ball handling and his decision making. He makes a lot of errors, and that leaks them through.
Look at what Cass do with someone like McMeekan and Moores and Senny Lafayette. They're doing everything they can to throw offloads and that sort of stuff, but they're working thunderously hard to get the ball out of their own end, to make tackles. You know, sometimes crossing a line in recent weeks in McMeekan's case, I've seen him give away some stupid penalties, but it's all part of showing that they've got it attitudinally correct.
Absolutely, and that's what it's all about. Anyway, Cass progress, having played some fabulous rugby.
Yeah, great to watch.
That's the short version of it, and long way we continue to see them doing that and being on our TV screens. I think everyone's second favourite team now, really, aren't they, Cass? Certainly mine.
Well, yeah, I can't afford to see him that way because they stand in the way between us and trophies for certain, don't they?
Yeah, definitely, big time. Whilst that was going on, there was another paggering happening. Leeds was 72, although perhaps this one is more what you would expect. Leeds 72, Barrow Raiders 10. So worthy effort by the League One side, you would say, but Leeds far too strong.
Dr. Bob Phillips said, Joel Moon, Matt Parcell, the dancing feet of Stevie Ward and Liam Sutcliffe. What a delight to have the Rhinos playing proper Rhinos rugby. Barrow held up well and Big Brad Brennan, ex-Hunslet, crashed in hard, but 72-10 was fair.
Yeah, this is what everyone pretty much expected. It's a good day out for Barrow and their fans, but ultimately,
well,
League One outfit coming up against a strong Rhino side, this is always going to go that way, isn't it?
The success they've had in the Cup and the schedule hasn't helped these Raiders because they had to play on Wednesday night to get the fixture in, and now they're travelling off after playing on Sunday against a bruising Leeds Rhino side, travelling off to Lamport to play the biggest game of the year so far in League One. So it doesn't surprise me that they fell short, and I hope that if anything, conserve some energy. It did seem like Leeds really racked the score up as it went on, sort of thing. And I'm sure Barrow didn't disgrace themselves.
No, of course
but
not.
Leeds took full advantage of playing against an inferior opposition who were already fatigued, and obviously that's the case.
Do you think Barrow maybe even have focused up on Toronto next week and might have made some selection decisions?
I don't know enough. I don't know enough about Barrow's normal side, if I'm completely honest, to be sure of that.
Because it'd be in the back of my mind if I was their head coach.
It's one of the ones that only got a limited write-up, isn't it, in the press? Let's see. Well, Fieldhouse, Charnock, Mossop, Stack, Aspinwall. These are all like their big name men, so I'm not so sure.
No, perhaps not.
There's a few players in the 20s in the squad, but you get that everywhere this time of season.
Of course you do. Alright then, fair enough. Well, good luck to them as they do travel off to Lamport. That's a massive, massive game.
Oh, Dirty Brett Ferris was back in.
Dirty Brett Ferris, there you go. Was Dirty Carlisle let in there?
No, he wasn't back yet.
Alright, no car horse. Okay, Swinton 12, Wigan 42. You had the privilege of going down to... is it Swinton or is it Stalybridge you go to?
Well, it's at Sale they play.
Sale, forgive me.
Oldham play at Stalybridge.
Thank you, you're right. You had the pleasure of going to Sale to watch this one. Mark 12 points to 42 in favour of the Swinton Feeder Club. What did you make of this one?
Well, the first thing to note is that they've reconfigured the clubhouse since I was last there in February. It's a remarkable turnaround.
In 3 short months. Go on then, what's different about the clubhouse?
Well, they've moved the bar from sort of the middle of the room to the back wall, and opened out more sort of dance room space, I guess. I don't know, for functions and stuff.
30 seconds, we're up for a dance afterwards.
So, the scoreline probably was a little unfair on Swinton, who actually at times played the more attractive rugby. The difficulty for Wigan was they had Gregson and Joel Tompkins as the halfback, so playing attractive rugby wasn't exactly top of the agenda. Wigan's forwards were not as imposing as I would have expected, but Wigan took full advantage of any mistakes that were made, and that's why the scoreline was as big as it was. That and a couple of lucky-ish. There was one try